Hello, what's up you guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a functioning restroom. So first things first, we have some working lights. Next thing we have a working sink. You can knock out that block right there so that you can actually dip yourself into the water. Now as you can see, we have a functioning restroom from throwing some meat into it. And you can actually make an entire sewage system off of this if you were to have some village or something. A working bath / shower. Now let's get going. So you're going to need to make a outline. I've decided to use World Edit for this. It'll make it go a bit faster. Now you need to knock a hole in it for your doorways, and let's just start out by making a genuine layout. So now for working lights, let's just place it on the opposite wall to the doors. That'll just look better. Now I need to find some glass for the functioning sink. Functioning bath. And last but not least, we need to put in a toilet. You just pound 2 blocks in the ground, and then pound the one that you want to be facing towards where your sewage system is going. Now let's get started in actually building this. So you're going to need to get a piston and place it into that crevice. And you need to put the water above the piston. That way it will not destroy the water whenever the piston is activated. Let's test it. Now let's start working on the functioning sink. This is a little bit more complicated than the toilet, but it's still pretty simple to make. You need to put a piston next to the wall to prevent the flow of water from coming on when you don't want it to. Then you need to place a lever so that it will activate and deactivate the piston to control the water flow. Now, the next thing is shower. This is a wee bit more complicated than the sink, but still it's fairly simple. Now you need to place your piston so that it is facing towards where the water will be flowing so that it's able to stop the water. Now let's just start making the piston's functionality. It hooked up to the lever. I would recommend using a repeater because it will make sure that the source of power is going directly to the piston. Now that we can actually see, let's continue building. Let's just cover up the top, that way we can actually see if our lights are functioning. Let's just fill in that crevice. Now let's make sure that we line up the lever correctly by using my wand. That is not a very good place for it. So let's move it over there instead. Let's test to see if it'll work. And it works. So let's go get rid of the extra. Now, as for the working lights, let's mark out where we have to go. And now place a repeater to make sure that the power from that only goes to the light source. Otherwise, it might end up activating the piston, which you would not want to do that. Now let's just place where we want to have the light switch to be. Now let's start wiring it up to the switch. So basically what you need to do is you need to wire the redstone so that it will meet up with the switch, whichever way you think it would be best. Let's place a block here so that it will go high enough to where the lever is able to activate it. And it is functioning, well, at least half of it. I need to add the redstone for the rest of it. So let's just wire it up to the other line. Just make that a bit more efficient. And it does not make it all the way there, so we can just simply put in a repeater so that it will extend the power source. And that is how you make a functioning restroom.